They've been starting these races pretty much on time. Flags up and down. We have a start. Cameraman trying to get stable up there again. Lane 1, Mount St. Joseph. Lane 2, James Madison. Lane 3, Connecticut. Lane 4, Phillips Exeter. Lane 5, Marin. Lane 6, closest to the camera, is Community Rowing. They're into the yellow buoys, which means they have a clean start. Lane 1, Mount St. Joseph, out to an early lead, being very aggressive here. And then here comes everybody else. Lane 5, Marin, getting their nose out there first. They are now all battling it out here. Lane 6, Community Rowing, we see them right here. Marin with a little bit of a lead over Exeter. Right next to them in the black boat is Connecticut, last year's winner. They've been very strong in this regatta, so keep an eye on them. They're sitting in 3rd or 4th place. Don't expect that to last very long. James Madison over there on the top of the screen. And right here we have Community Rowing in 6th place. Early leader, Marin, followed by Phillips Exeter, followed by Connecticut. On the outside, we have Mount St. Joseph. That early lead is gone, but they are not out of the picture at the 500-meter mark. Marin, who won this event 2 years ago, going after this start, trying to get an insurmountable lead in front of Phillips Exeter and Connecticut, just taunting them, come get us. And here we go, looking right at Phillips Exeter, and in green behind them in the black boat is Connecticut. James Madison slipping back, but Mount St. Joseph in lane 1 on the far side, right in the mix. Panning up to Marin. Now the angle we're shooting at gives Marin appears to have a little more of a lead than they probably do, but they have taken it to the field in this second 500 meters of this race. Look at this. Wow. Marin taking it to the field. We have Exeter in 2nd place, followed by Connecticut, shortly followed by Mount St. Joseph. And look at Madison coming back into this. Madison, who slipped off the back a little bit, getting back into the fight over there. But Marin is dominating this field right now at 1,000 meters. We'll see if they can hang on through the brutal 3rd 500 meters of this race.
It's not just the weather that's heating up here on Melton Lake at the U.S. Rowing Youth Nationals. The racing is too, with the 8s on the water. This is the A final for the women's 8. An early lead from Marin. Marin in open water, out ahead of a cluster of boats fighting for 2nd. There's Phillips Exeter, Connecticut, James Madison, Mount St. Joseph all fighting. And right behind them, the Community Rowing boat. But Marin is in the lead with open water in the women's 8A final here at the 2011 U.S. Rowing Youth National Championships. But boy, what a fight and a dogfight it is. Back for 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Wow. Another photo finish might be happening here. Back and forth between James Madison and last year's winner, Connecticut. Connecticut was 1st in the women's 8 last year. They're fighting right now to stay ahead of the pack, and they are fighting with James Madison. But Mount St. Joseph in lane 1 on the far side, almost obscured by these boats, is trying to hold in there too. And it's Phillips Exeter that's hanging in the pack as well. Only Community Rowing is back about a boat length and trying to keep up with the A final here in the women's 8. It's coming down to it. Will it be a fight for 2nd, or will one of the boats break out of the pack and give Marin a run for their money? If they're going to do that, they're going to have to do it soon here on Melton Lake. The sun is out, it's hot, the racing is hot. 500 meters to go in the women's 8A final at the U.S. Rowing Youth National Championships. Coming to the 15 100-meter mark, Marin has the lead. James Madison, however, breaking out of the pack. They're in second right now. Connecticut, last year's winner, in third in the green hats. Fourth right now belongs to Phillips Exeter. Fifth to Mount St. Joseph, and sixth to Community Rowing. But Marin is trying to dominate this race. But look at James Madison. They have closed the open water. There was almost a full boat of open water between Marin and the pack looking for second. But right now in second, James Madison is looking to come up and give Marin a challenge. 250 meters to go. They'll really be digging in. The pack kind of separating out. Marin in first. James Madison in second. Last year's winner, Connecticut, is in third right now. Fourth belongs to Phillips Exeter. Fifth belongs to Mount St. Joseph, and sixth to Community Rowing. Here goes Marin. Will James Madison and Connecticut be able to chase him down to the...
Marin out in the lead, dominating this field. James Madison, if you watch the semi yesterday, is kind of crew that gives a coach a heart attack. Starting slow, slipping back, and then boom, through the middle, 1,000. Boy, do they put the hammer down. Now Connecticut's coming back. They're saying, no, James Madison, we're not going to let you have this so easily. Marin, the gap is being closed by Connecticut and James Madison on Marin. I don't know if there's enough room to catch Marin. They got that boat length plus early and made everybody else chase them. This battle between Connecticut and James Madison, though, is amazing. So, unofficially, coming to the line, we have Marin with a boat length lead. It's Marin, and second place, it's James Madison, Connecticut in third. And right about now, it is Exeter in fourth. Mount St. Joseph in fifth, and Community in sixth. What a great race. James Madison throwing their hands in the air. They didn't win, but boy, they really threw it down. Marin avenging a loss to Connecticut last year. Some happy young women over there. So Marin, unofficially, the women's junior national champion, youth women's 8.